Hi everyone, I'm your girl Melly. Welcome to my channel. In my videos, you might have heard me mention that I've been dealing with sciatica. And some of you may have found me from some of the shorts where I mentioned sciatica. And if you're new and you made it to this point of the video, you probably know by now that I've been dealing with sciatica. So I thought I would make a video because I think a lot of people don't know what sciatica really is. And I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I'm just going to give you the real bare minimum definition. But one of the things that I want to emphasize are like the symptoms, especially the symptoms that I had, and some of the things that have worked for me. It has been a year, so this started in June of last year, 2024, and it has been hell. I mean, I don't know how else to put it. It sucks. It completely sucks, and I still have a lengthy journey ahead of me. And I say that just because for the amount of things that I've done, I don't think I'm as far as I should be. Like, and I don't know. And for the amount of things that I say that because for the amount of things that I've done, I feel like I should be further, and I'm not. Like, I'm sitting here right now because I want to make this video. But my back actually really hurts. I made a video just a little bit before this and I sat down for 10 minutes and my back was burning. I got up to walk for a little bit and I'm like, okay, I just want to, I mean, this is what I enjoy, right? And it sucks that it takes that away from me. But let me not get ahead of myself like I usually do, and tell you how this all came about. I actually don't know the real reason why it came about. Because I don't know the cause. It can be caused by a lot of different things. So when I say sciatica, it means that you're having pain or discomfort or some other symptom due to the sciatic nerve being pinched. How it gets pinched, it could be a lot of different things, and most people won't know unless they get like an MRI or an X-ray and it shows a disc that has been displaced, a bulging disc. If it shows, I don't know, something else, something can malfunction in your body, something can be out of place, and that can cause like a bone or something to pinch the nerve. It could also be a muscle pinching the nerve. So it could be a lot of different things. I have never been told what exactly is going on. My first PT, he said that it was probably the piriformis muscle, like the nerve being pinched in there. And I've gotten a few different things since then. So I don't know what happened to cause this. So that really sucks. And I think that's part of the reason why it's so hard to fix it. At this point, I mean, I thought about it for a while to get an MRI, but they're more expensive and my deductible and all that fun adulting stuff. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that. But at this point, I might do it just so I know. Because some of the solutions to a pinched nerve or sciatic issues is they will go in and like burn or like melt some of your disc off that is pinching the nerve. And that's supposed to have a lot of relief for people. So that's like we're skipping ahead to like other solutions. I haven't gotten there yet, so I'm gonna go back, which if you all have watched my videos, you know that's how I do things. But anyways, how it all started, I first noticed it like in mid-June, and I did not even think like sciatica, right? What I noticed is that my legs would feel kind of numb, not completely numb, but just a little bit, you know, where like it was odd because I'd be sitting like I am now, almost not, I just lift one leg, so like kind of crisscross, but not completely. And so, yeah, I would notice like my legs just feel kind of numb, something off, but I just thought like, oh, I'm just sitting wrong. But it happens so often, like in a week, that I knew something was off, but I'm just like, you know, I'm just sitting wrong or something, right? I did not think of all this. Then I went to a camp. So I went to a training at a camp, and one of the nights, I think it was like 3 nights, but one of the nights I woke up because my leg was completely numb. And I wasn't on it, like I wasn't laying on it, so I thought that was odd. So, I moved around, and so then my leg was fine. So in the next week, not a full week, but the next week, which was like the third week of June, I got up, as I usually do, got out of bed to go to work, and then I fell. And at that point, I was like, because I had to go somewhere, I'm like, nope, I am going to stay home. I'm going to make an appointment. And I think I went like that afternoon, because with just falling and the numbness, and then I also had my ankle that felt like swollen, like it felt like I had twisted my ankle for a couple of days. And so I'm like, this is weird, because it was all happening on the same leg. So I'm like, there's an issue here. As soon as I get there, not as soon, of course, because they take forever to just see you, but the doctor right away was like, oh, it's just sciatica. And so I'm like, oh, like I did not understand what it meant at that point. He told me I should see a physical therapist, that would help, and to also do some stretches at home. So I got a list of stretches, I was doing them, and I was hoping that would just make it better. In July, at some point, I started going to a physical therapist. They would do some like radio frequency thing. Then I would see the PT for like 10 minutes, where he would just give me some other, actually, I would do some stretches, and then I would see the PT, and then he would do like some massages, some other stretches, and then ask me how I feel, and blah, blah. I did that for a while. My insurance didn't cover it, so that was fun. And after a while, the PT guy was like, oh, like this should work. Like what I was doing should work. And I'm like, I'm not feeling better. And I kept telling them, I'm like, there's something weird going on with my butt. It feels like it's swollen. And then at that point, my back had actually started hurting, my lower back. And when he told me like, oh, like it should be working, I don't know why, but he didn't like have steps to move forward, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to waste my time. I'm not going to do this, because obviously you don't know what you're doing, or at least you don't know what to do with me. So I stopped going. I'm like, okay, let me, figure something out. I had talked to a few people that had dealt with sciatica, and they told me, oh, chiropractor and massage therapist. Like those things really helped some people. And they're like, you do have to go like quite a lot during the week, or as like often as you can, really. But that is like one of the best ways to take care of it. So I started doing that, because my back, like at that point, I'm telling you, my back hurt. At the end of August, I had to go to, I didn't have to, but I had already booked my flight to France. And so I almost was like, I can't do it. Like I cannot sit on a plane for 10 hours with my back. Like I will die. Like I cannot do it, because I was in so much pain at that point, right? Like I couldn't really sit for long periods of time. So I almost like said, screw it, because I didn't book my hotel. Mainly my hotel. I think I hadn't booked my hotel. So I'm just like, you know what? I got a cheap flight. It was like $500 something. It's still a lot of money, but I'm like, you know what? I will let it like just go away. Like because I can't. But then I talked to a friend, and they convinced me like, yes, you can do it. Just prepare. So I bought myself a heating pack. So that's one of the things that has helped me heating my back. I have a electric heating pad. Before I had like a little just rice bag. So if you can't buy something, make yourself a rice bag out of freaking a sock. I had one of those. So I had that one. Then I had one that I got as a gift that I would like use pretty often. Then I ended up buying an electrical one, and now I have one that like I lay on, that you kind of can put over your shoulders. So whatever you can do it. Heating helps. I was also icing, but when I went to my second physical therapist, my second physical therapist, he told me that I should just use heat, because it relaxes, and ice helps with the swelling, but I think it just makes your muscles more tense or something like that. But pretty much I should only use heat. So heat helped me. Ice did help me, but I think you need to ask your doctor or whoever you're seeing, just to make sure it's right for you. I got muscle relaxers, so once like my pain, got to the point where I was like uncomfortable all the time, I asked my doctor to give me muscle relaxers. I am somebody that doesn't like to take painkillers or any type of medicine if I don't need to, but the painkillers like really helped on the really bad days. That's something that really helped me get through my long flight. I also bought those like sticky, like icy hot type pads. I used that for my flight. That really helped. And so those types of things will help you get through those really bad days. Biofreeze, all those icy hot heating, they will help those muscles relax. I also bought a massage gun because one of them has said it might be a pinched nerve under the piriformis or around the piriformis, by the piriformis, because of the piriformis muscle. So I bought a gun because I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do that. So those are a few things that I've done that have helped. The way that you sleep, also, putting a pillow under your knees. There's a few different ways. I would Google it because I haven't used all of them, but those might change, the amount of pain that you have while you're laying down. Because as I went through, I was going to the chiropractor and massage therapist. Like massage therapist, I could get in like twice a month. But chiropractor, I was going 2 to 3 times a week for months. And it would help. Like the chiropractor for me helped where like it would give me some relief. But after a while, the day after, I was kind of in the same boat. And it ended up getting worse. So when I got to November maybe, I started having pain like at all times. Like if I was standing, I would have pain. If I was sitting, I would have pain. If I was laying down, I would have pain. And it was horrible. It was horrible. I freaking hated it. If I would walk a certain amount of time, like it would start to hurt. So I felt like I just had to keep switching. For work, I have a stand-up sit-down desk. And that has really, really helped me because, I can change when I get uncomfortable standing. I can sit down. And I can just switch it up. You also might want to buy like one of those pads that are for standing, because if you're standing for a long period of time, then your knees hurt. So it's really just like adjusting and continuing to adjust to find a comfortable position. In December, I decided to stop going to the chiropractor and then to cut down on the massage therapy because I had been going for so long and I hadn't seen a significant improvement that I'm like, why am I doing it? And I always try to base my decisions on the definition of insanity, which is if you to continue to do something the same and expect different results. That's not the exact word for word definition, but it's pretty much along those lines. So yeah, I'm like, okay, I'm going to the chiropractor, I'm going to massage therapy, but I'm here expecting different results, but it's the same. So I need to do something else. So I stopped in December, didn't do anything in January. Well, until late January, a thing popped up that said, we can pretty much cure you. And when I called this new place, they're like, yeah, we can get you back to, going to the gym, doing X, Y, and Z. And I was excited because I had stopped going to the gym pretty much in June. And I pretty much stopped doing everything fun. I took that trip, right? But we even had my sister's quinceañera during that time, and I love to dance, and I couldn't dance because I started having back pain. So I had really cut down on a lot of things, and I don't think you have to completely cut out the gym. I kind of was advised from my first physical therapist that I should pretty much stop going, maybe do some walking, light stuff, but maybe just finding the right things for you, going to the right physical therapist that can tell you. Because when I went to this new physical therapist that I'm at, they told me no, you can go to the gym. Here are the exercises, and a lot of the exercises are even workout exercises, right? But learning how to do them the right way, I think that really helped. And doing things the right way doesn't just apply to your workouts. It's also in things like how you're standing, how you're sitting. I think a lot of us have really bad posture. I've been noticing actually people's bad posture now that mine has been corrected, because one of the things, that you're supposed to have is your shoulders over your hips. So let's say these are my hips right here. And I would be standing like this a lot. And I thought I had pretty good posture, but it's supposed to be your hips, your shoulders over your hips. Same thing when you're sitting down. So there's a lot of things that we can correct. Oh, one of the things that I think a lot of people do when their sciatica is flaring up, or they might not have full sciatica, but it might flare up, especially when you're driving a lot, that they'll put one leg up. I did that all the time once I had issues, because I'm like, oh, it feels better. But one of the first things my massage therapist told me, she's like, no, you're not supposed to do that, because then it pretty much causes more issues, because now it's unbalanced. So your both feet should be on the ground, of course, except if it's on the gas pedal or the brake, but they should be at the same spot instead of one lifting up. Even though it feels better, it's not right. I've corrected a lot of things with my posture, my exercises. I have adapted to really make things work for me. And I can actually, there's things that have gotten better. And some days I can sit for a little bit longer without, having a lot of pain, which is awesome. I can walk more because back then, if I walked for even like 30 minutes, that was my goal. Like my leg would start to feel numb and my ankle and my foot would hurt. And now I can get, away with walking a little bit more. I'll walk a mile. I even run, which is really excited. I'm not even a runner, but it was exciting. So I do see small improvements, but I still have a long road. So yeah, that's my journey. I've been now at this physical therapist since, I don't know, like 5-6 months. At first I started going more often, like once a week, but it got pretty expensive. I probably have spent $5,000, maybe almost $6,000 just on appointments, things that I've had to pay out of pocket, which really sucks. Because I could spend it on a lot more fun things. Like that is a pretty damn good vacation with that money, but I'm just trying to get better. So if any of you all have any tips, anything you've tried that has worked, let me know. If you have questions, or maybe want, I don't know, more tips from me. I also was thinking of maybe sharing some of those videos of like specific exercises that I'm doing, and like how to do them, because obviously the guys that I'm paying are doctors and they're teaching me the right way. And so I'm like, maybe I can share that with people, especially if you can't get to, a physical therapist or, anybody else. So let me know if you want to see that or if you have questions. Thank you all for watching. I will see you in the next one.